Hi there, my name is Kieran Gay and I am doing my speech for public speaking. This is a persuasive speech. The topic that I would like to discuss is reasons why elementary children should limit phone, electronics, and social media usage. Today, children have become addicted to electronics and the usage of social media. To discuss this matter, it is important because it can affect the health and well-being of our future generation. They are exposed to media in all forms, including TV, computers, smartphones, and other screens. The first reason as to why electronics and media should be limited is because of obesity. Watching TV for more than 1.5 hours daily is a risk factor for obesity for children ages 4 through 9. This is in part due to the fact that viewers are exposed to advertising for high-calorie foods. Viewers are also more likely to snack or overeat while watching screen media. The second issue is sleep. Media use can interfere with sleeping. Children who spend more time with social media or who sleep with mobile devices in their rooms are at a greater risk for sleep problems. Exposure to blue light and stimulating content from screens can delay or disrupt sleep and have a negative effect on school. Children also use their phones while doing homework, which can slow down their abilities in school. So for me personally, I use my phone while doing homework. I go on it, check my texts, go back, check my social media, and it definitely delays just me finishing it, as well as just delays my ability in school. I feel like when we go back to school and when I'm on my phone in class, it completely distracts me from what I'm learning. So I definitely agree with limiting it in that sense. Definitely as well as sleep. I've been sleeping with my phone in my room basically since I was in high school, and I started having sleep problems about sophomore, junior year, after starting that. So I definitely think just even going on it before you go to bed really does affect, that. We should limit children's usage of electronics because those who overuse online media can be at risk for problematic internet use. Video gamers are at risk for internet gaming disorder. They spend most of their free time online and they show less interest in real-life relationships. Almost 10% of United States youth ages 8 to 18 may have internet gaming disorder, and there may be an increase for depression when you have high ends of internet use. Unfortunately, cyberbullying is also a huge issue when using social media. Cyberbullying can lead to short and long-term social, academic, and health issues for both the bully and the target. Cyberbullying is also something that has happened to me and it has affected me because of social media. Growing up, whatever people said on there or whatever they did to me, I would cry and believe everything they say and think that about myself. And it took me a long time to realize what people say doesn't matter, especially online. But I think just starting out kids young and limiting that use, just less of the cyberbullying that they receive, helps out a lot with self-esteem and just going about your day and how you live. Things that my parents personally did for me and my siblings growing up, we had to have our phones plugged in designated areas before we go to bed. We weren't allowed to have, or still aren't allowed to have, our phones at the table ever when we're eating or being on our phone. And my mom now, not when I was growing up, but now for my siblings, she has limited Wi-Fi, so only an hour and a half a day they're allowed to be using the Wi-Fi, which limits their internet. As well as on our TV, she has a website that blocks anything bad, basically, that will pop up. Children today should be limited on all electronics, and parents should change their way of allowing their child to use media. Children are growing up in a time of highly personalized media use experiences, so parents must develop personalized media use plans for their children. Media plans should take into account each child's age, health, personality, and developmental stage. All children and teens need adequate sleep, which is 8 to 12 hours, and depending on the age, obviously, but as well as their physical activity, which should be at least 1 hour a day, and time away from media. Parents can create a family media use plan online. And that plan was from netnanny.com. as well as some of the reasons that I cited were from healthychildren.org. To change this media, do not let your children's use any device 1 hour before they go to bed, possibly having them turn their phones into designated areas before they go to sleep. That's one I personally use. Make it apparent that there should be no phones at the table when eating meals, like I said. Discourage them using electronics while doing homework. Set an example, and also maybe try some of the suggestions for yourself as a parent. Make sure you're paying attention to the content your children watch. The internet is home to countless pornography sites, inappropriate videos and images, dating websites, apps like that, and social media platforms where children and teens can be exposed to harmful content as well as potential online predators. Decide if movies, TV shows, apps, and video games are age and content appropriate for your child and have family values. Teach children that using the internet for entertainment is a privilege that is earned after other responsibilities. So, for example, you could be like, once you finish this chore or this assignment, you can use your phone, but not until then. Kind of like they have to earn using their phone. That way there's less usage. Even some of the most successful tech industry professionals have surprisingly strict internet rules and restrictions, including Apple founder Steve Jobs. He follows some of these rules, and he created electronics, Apple, which is like a very big brand, and he considers himself a very low-tech parent. Elementary children should have limited usage on phones, electronics, and social media. The reasons for this being is, like I said, child obesity, cyberbullying, overusage of media leading to disorders that will affect mental health. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.